How do you approach unseen poetry? You've never seen the poem before. What are you going to do first? Here is my neat little acronym to guarantee you that you have at least something to say about an unfamiliar poem. So, F stands for first and last line. The reason that I do that is because most people can talk about language with a little bit of confidence, but what they can never really do is talk about structure. Guaranteed way of making sure you can talk about structure is compare what happens in the first line to what happens in the last line. Has the tone stayed the same? Has the general thrust of the argument stayed the same? Have we undermined or reinforced what's been going on? Structure box ticked. I for imagery. Now this is a nice little window into any kind of figurative language or picture that's been painted in your mind. So I would pick usually the longest line of the poem if it sticks out, or indeed one where I notice some technique that I can name. So I get a little bit of terminology done there as well. Okay, so imagery, find one piece of imagery. Repetition. Now repetition is going to occur in some way or another in almost every poem that you come across. It might not be a repetition of a single word. It might be a repetition of a phrase or a motif. It might even be a refrain. Sometimes it's even going to be a repetition of an idea as reflected in a lexical or semantic field. Either way, there's going to be some form of repetition to reinforce an idea. Structure. This is where you can talk about the form and structure of your poem. Is it a sonnet? Is it, do we have quatrains? Do we have iambic or dactylic meter? Do we have any of those sorts of kind of formal things that are going on, which includes things like enjambment, or caesura, any of those sorts of kind of structural things that are generating some kind of an impression about the poem. And then finally, although it's the first thing that you see, there is the title. The title is always going to be the first impression that you were given. All of this allows you to have an experiential approach to the poem where you go, this was my experience as a reader experiencing this for the first time. Every single poem you come across is going to have all of these features, which means you are guaranteed to get at least 5 good annotations down, 5 things that you can talk about. That is how we annotate before we start writing. Check out more of my English tips.